Hi guys, welcome back to Saving Salvage. Welcome back to the final video of 2023, and we're gonna start the video off by telling you it's a massive project. I have just bought two Skoda Octavia Vrs'S for the price of one, and I'm gonna do something I haven't done before with one of them, and the other one is kind of, I don't really know. I didn't intend to buy it, but we're going to find out in this video, guys, why I've bought these two cars and what I'm doing with it. And that is going to kickstart basically 2024, and hopefully it's going to be a really good series. Now, regular viewers of the channel will know that quite a few months ago, I actually went to Copart and broke a Cat B Audi RS3. And in that video, you'd have seen that I took the engine, the gearbox, the rear axle, brakes, just everything that I possibly could, because I knew further down the line I was either going to sell them or do something like this. So if you haven't already guessed it, guys, if I haven't put it in the thumbnail, yes, I am going to put the Audi RS3 engine and four-wheel drive into the white one, this Skoda Octavia VRS. Now, I Googled the hell out of it, and I can't actually see anyone that's ever put a 2.5 in a Skoda Octavia. I have seen one video of a Skoda Superb, but it's different, so I'm going to claim this will hopefully be, unless one of you guys points me in the direction someone's already done it, this hopefully be a one of one. And also, guys, if you haven't already and you like these type of videos, please do hit that subscribe button. It obviously helps massively with the channel moving forward. So yes, over the last couple of months, I have been teasing something about an RS3 conversion, and I've been asking what kind of cars you wanted. Actually, did I? No, I don't think I did. I knew what car I wanted it to be, and I knew I wanted it to be an MQB platform car, because that means it would be relatively straight swap for the engine side of things. It's just, I've never done an engine conversion before, so I didn't want to dive straight in the deep end and end up doing something mental that I have just basically way out of my depth. So I thought we'll start with a nice MQB platform car, and obviously that it had to be the Skoda Octavia VRS. I just really, loads of people have done Golfs, loads of people have done Cupras, loads of people have done some other things as well. I haven't seen anyone that's done an Octavia. So I wanted to do the Octavia, and it had to be an estate, because obviously that's the most usable type of car. So fast estates, I don't know, just something like the RS4, the RS6, there's just something about them that have that appeal. And I see the appeal too, because they're just such usable cars. And obviously if this had a 2.5 lump with four-wheel drive as well, it just compete with those cars, maybe not in style and looks, but definitely in power. So you might be asking now, why the hell do I have two? And if I'm honest, I didn't plan to have two at all. I just planned to get this one car, and obviously I've got the engine in the workshop, which we'll go check over in a moment. And yeah, just basically planned to put it in. But obviously, as you can see, I've bought this car from Copart because it's been crashed. Now, it's only a category N, so it's not structural or anything like that. I drove it down here absolutely fine. It's fairly minor damage on the face of it, bumper, headlight, bonnet, wing, and probably a few little bits in between, but overall not too bad. And we're gonna have to take all the front end off anyway, so fixing it should be relatively straightforward. Now, this one over here come about because I was looking for parts for this. I was looking for front end kit, so I just banged on eBay Skoda Octavia VRS front end, and as I was scanning through, couldn't find anything, which is typical, but this car did pop up on eBay, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's cool, really cheap. What's the catch? Now, this is actually a non-runner. They are both a 2018 cars. This one has only done 44,000 miles. This one's done about 65, I think it is. But there's nothing wrong with this. This one's never been in a crash or anything like that. It has just been, well, it's just a non-runner. So there's something wrong with the engine. I think it got diagnosed with no compression on cylinder one. The owner just wanted to cut his losses. He needed a car for work. So he put it on eBay, sold a scene, and yeah, I've gone and met him and picked it up. So really nice chap with this. He's owned this car from brand new, so I think he's quite invested and interested to make sure this car gets back on the road. So I think he subscribed to the channel as I was picking the car up. So yeah, great guy, and don't worry, we will get this one back on the road. Now, originally I was going to buy it just to strip all the front end off it and put onto this, But then I was like, well, I've knackered engine, good engine that drives absolutely fine that I'm going to take out. So you can kind of see where I'm going with this. We're going to take the engine out of this one, good engine, do 44,000 miles. We're going to put it in the red car, take the damaged engine out of that, and then we're going to sell the red car. So I'm going to sell it for trade value. So if anyone's actually interested in buying this off me, I'm just happy to sell it at a trade value, which I think is about 11 grand. And it's going to have a 44k mile engine in it. And we're going to use the profit from this one to build this one. I hope it's all making sense. As I didn't plan it in my head, this is kind of just how it's come about and how it's all worked out. So what are they both? 2018 Skoda Octavia Mark II facelifts, and you can tell they've got different headlights and different bumper designs. They are both VRSs, both 2-litre TFSIs. One is a manual, this one's a DSG. Now I wanted a DSG, obviously because the RS3 is DSG, and I just assumed it would just be a bit easier to convert something that was already automatic with wiring looms, etc. Now this one is a manual, but essentially they have both the same engine and everything like that. So this one's actually got heated seats, which is annoying because this one doesn't. Can't be bothered to take heated seats out though. And the only other difference is this one is a hatchback and this one is an estate. Other than that, they are identical. Obviously there's a colour difference. Now I don't actually know what's wrong with this car. And all I know is it's been diagnosed with no compression on cylinder 1. So I don't know any further than that. So it would make sense just to maybe investigate and diagnose this engine before we go start ripping it out and putting the other one in. Because if it's an easy fix and it's a relatively cheap fix, then I'd rather do that and then we can sell that engine instead of putting it into here. So there's a lot of things going on in this series. So that's why I'm kind of doing an intro video introducing the whole thing. Because it's a bit of a cluster, you know what. Now let's head into the workshop and check out the RS3 engine and four-wheel drive. Now in the thumbnail I did say I bought two VRSs for the price of one. So the white one I paid just a smidge under 10 grand for, which is actually quite expensive. The red one was only 4.5 grand, which is about 6 grand less than it's worth. As I said, it's worth about 11 grand trade. So if we can fix the red one for free, we should have about 6 grand to pump into the white one to repair and modify. So all in all, I'm 14.5 grand, two VRSs, and if you look on Auto Trader or eBay, you could probably pick up a nice estate DSG for around about 15 grand. So I have bought two for the price of one. And here she is, the Audi RS3 engine. Now, please let me know in the comments. My only concern at the moment is the Skodas are both facelift cars, 2018s, and in an equivalent year Audi RS3, they'd already started fitted the Daza engines, the facelift engines, which are slightly different from this one. Now, I don't know if the ECUs are going to be directly compatible or not, or if there's going to be issues I'm going to have. So I've got the ECU from this RS3. This came out for 2015, a 65 plate RS3 with only 33,000 miles. But I'm really hoping that it's all going to be fine, because you don't see many people putting, this is a CZGB, is it? Basically, it's the iron block original RS3 engine, which is also found in the 8P RS3, although this one is slightly different, has been tweaked slightly for the 8V. But you don't see many people putting this engine in cars. It's normally the Daza engine because it's just got a lot more potential. This is only really good for about 470 horsepower on the stock turbo. Now I do plan to fit a Daza turbo to it at some point, but I think I don't know if to do it now or just get it up and running first as is and then swap to the Daza turbo. These are things, this isn't all been ironed out yet. Again, this is just an intro, but I think I will need to make a custom downpipe anyway, so it may be worth going straight for the Daza turbo in one hit. Now, if you thought this was going to be a straightforward transplant as well, you'd be wrong, because as I mentioned before, this came out of a crash damaged RS3, which took a pretty hard hit as well. So nothing on this is even guaranteed. We have loads of damage, intake pipes, boost pipes, turbo inlet pipes, all damaged. Subframe, I don't know if is any good. Wishbone's definitely not. Cracked rocker cover as well. Oil cap missing. We got loom damage. We got fire damage possibly on the downpipe. I don't know. We got wiring loom damage as well. Definitely more wishbone damage. We are going to put on these RS3 brakes as well. Suspension, I'm not 100% sure if that's the thing. We got broken gearbox mounts as well. We have broken wiring loom for the gearbox. We got a damaged gearbox sump. So this is damaged pins looking there. So this is, I mean, oh, we got a damaged cooler as well. That's not good. So this is going to be far from a simple build, guys. There might even be one episode in full getting this ready to even put in the car, because going around it, there's quite a lot that needs to be done on this too. Now, that is the engine and gearbox. I'm going to move on to the rear axle. Now, this is going to be like the last part of the series. What I plan to do is obviously get the car running with the 2.5 lump and gearbox in, get it all working fine front wheel drive, and then once it's all good and I'm happy with it, then we're going to go for the 4-wheel drive conversion and stick in this rear axle too, and also custom prop shaft. I mean, I assume it's going to be custom at this point. I don't think one can just come over from a 4-wheel drive Octavia. It might be able to, I don't know. We'll find that out at a later date. But yeah, this is the rear axle of the RS3, which will also be going onto it as well. So yeah, as I say, massive project, proper scrapyard project, because there's not one part of this which is actually nice. Everything's broken in the past, so yeah. So what, well, let's have a quick peek under the bonnet of the white one. Airbags have all gone off as well, so we're gonna have to do a dash kit on this. Also, it's apparently already opened, the bonnet. Oh, yes it is. Right, so yeah, we can see engine's not been impacted. That looks fine. Yeah, even this looks all good as well. So I'm hoping it is just going to be a case of wing, headlight, probably lock carrier as well. And then, yeah, just the front end. So yeah, this series, I've kind of got it all going on. I've got damage repair, I've got mechanical repair, and then I've got an engine swap to top it all off as well. So I appreciate it might be quite confusing. So although I'm going to put them all in the same playlist, I am going to break down the videos, and I think we're going to start off by fixing this one. So we're going to do a diagnosis of the engine, and then if the engine's no good or it's going to be too expensive to repair, that's when we'll get this one in the workshop, whip the front end off, take a look at the damage as well, take that engine out, get it in that one, and then we can start the transplant on the RS3 and getting the RS3 engine into here. Now I'm going to have loads of fun with wiring as well, because it's by no means straightforward. So yeah, it's just going to be a fun build and a new one for me. So I hope you guys will come along with the journey with me. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button, guys, because yeah, I'm quite excited about this, and buzzing to get a 2.5 4-wheel drive converted Skoda Octavia VRS on the road. So that is going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you did enjoy the intro to this big project. And remember, if anyone's interested in the red Octavia, trade value, 11 grand when it's done, let me know, email me, DM me on Instagram, whatever, and you can have it for trade value. And yeah, we're going to crack on early doors 2024, and this project will really start going. So I hope you all had a good Christmas, and I hope you have a great new year, and I'll see you, as I said, early doors next year. Cheers, guys. And this is why I love an estate look. I don't even have to shrink the camera down. It just fits. Lovely job.